There's really no good way for me to start out this video. So basically I found this TikToker that creates content around him pheromone maxing. And if you don't know what pheromone maxing is, don't feel bad. Nobody does, because that's not a thing. That's not something that exists. This kid made it up. But basically what it is just that he does not shower. But you might be a little confused, so why don't I just show you what I'm talking about?
The benefits of pheromone maxing are quite simple. Number one, you are like Magic Mike, but for women. As an empath, I know that women love pheromones and are attracted to them. I can tell that they look at me when I enter a room.
I don't know if they're looking at you for the reasons you think they are. I think it might be the exact opposite. You're definitely right that it has to do with the fact that you don't shower, but I'm willing to bet they probably don't love it. That's just my assessment though. I've never been in a room with you. I pray to God that I don't have to be.
And it increases my chances of finding a non-related loving wife.
A non-related loving wife? I would hope so. Also, I just realized that his blanket is the Doge dog. Buddy, what the fuck is that? Burn that shit.
When you're pheromone maxing, you will not stink. It's kind of like derogatory saying that a pheromone maxer would stink. If you shower and stop showering for one day, then you will smell really bad. But after a week, despite being more pungent, you won't smell much worse. That's because your body is like a microbiome, and you're washing away that microbiome every time you take a shower. And you're washing away all that good bacteria, which produces pheromones.
Huh? Microbiome? Honestly, maybe bro's onto something, because half of the shit he just said, I don't even know what he was talking about. He was talking about microbiomes on the skin. I don't know what that is. The only biome I know of is Minecraft. What the hell is a microbiome? I don't know. And am I gonna look it up and figure it out? No, because I'm never gonna go one day without showering myself. Because how do you do that? How do you go 10 days without showering? How do you go 20 days without showering? How is this something that you do, buddy? Dog, I can't even imagine what his room smells like, bro. I don't even want to imagine. The internet can be used for a lot of good, but sometimes there's just way too much information on here. Biden, maybe you were right to ban TikTok, okay? Maybe you were right.
Your body will like enter a sort of equilibrium, and it will stop smelling bad, and you will attract women.
Your equilibrium? Maybe bro knows more than me, okay? Because he's saying words I ain't ever heard of. I don't know what the fucking equilibrium is, but I'm not gonna take the risk and try to figure this out. If any of you out there wants to go 20 days without showering, and then you can come back and tell me how many men or women you've picked up by your pheromones, go right ahead. Actually, more power to you. Maybe we can get some data on this, but this is not something I could imagine doing.
The third point that I want to talk on is that it helps with bullying. I used to be bullied for a lot of things. However, now I am only bullied for being a pheromone maxer, and you know, kids will say that I'm stinky, but I know deep down you know, that I'm not.
So let me get this straight. Another benefit to pheromone maxing is that you won't get bullied, even though people are making fun of you for pheromone maxing. And listen, I'm not trying to bully here, okay? I want to get to the bottom of this. And by the end of this video, we will get to the bottom of this, because I believe there is more to this page than meets the eye. But we'll get to that. But this is definitely not helping with bullying. But you know, at the end of the day, you do you. I'm not gonna wish any ill will upon someone for just existing in their own stench. Now, if you bring that stench around me, expect me to walk away, expect me to not talk to you, expect me to look in the other direction.
You know, and these bullies and trolls at school, actually, they won't like sit next to me and mess with me anymore. And they'll like sit away from me.
Okay, I guess yes, he might be correct. Yes, if they are not sitting by you, they can't bully you as long as they're keeping their distance. That is a good idea. Never thought about it that way. Honestly, I'm starting to think this guy might be smarter than me. He's honestly kind of cooking.
This is gonna be the next big thing, pheromone maxing. It's like the next like Bitcoin, and you should start to invest in your pheromones as soon as you can.
Nah, I think I'm a pass. I think I'm a pass. I think I'm good. So that's a little brief explanation of what pheromone maxing is. It's the new wave, as he says. But he is not the only one that runs this TikTok account, Fluff Dumpster. It's actually him and his mother. As we can see from one of their most popular videos.
I think it's day 10. Trying to get him to shower. I don't know what to do anymore. I mean, fucking look at this.
And I was a little curious why the mother and the son both run this TikTok account. And honestly, I thought the mother might have been exploiting her son for views, as we have seen in the past with many other creators. For example, she made this TikTok about her son breaking their washing machine. And I just thought it was kind of weird that this was posted to their TikTok.
I have to get a new washing machine now. He's been using those dude wipes, and he's been insecure about flushing them and throwing them away. So he's been he's been putting them in his pants, and then when he washes his clothes, he doesn't take them out. So now my washing machine is filled with shitty baby wipes. And I don't know what to do. He thinks it's fucking funny. It's not funny because I'm not made of money and I can't afford a new washing machine. So if anybody knows where I can get a cheap one, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, so after watching that, I was like, okay, this is kind of odd. This is weird. Not only because her son was putting shitty baby wipes in his pants and then she ended up washing them, but just the fact that you would tell the entire internet that, I was like, okay, this is kind of odd. What's going on here? And that's when I started to do a little digging. I've probably watched 90% of the videos on their TikTok page. And at this point, I'm pretty sure it's an act, but there is also part of me that thinks it might not be an act. For example, there's this TikTok where he says that he is a bad boy and his mother is crying in the background, and it just kind of like obviously looks fake with her mascara running down her face like that. And also, like, why are you in this TikTok to begin with?
I'm a bad boy, ladies. And while I'll let the hotties bully me, I'm not okay with the unconsensual bullying I've been seeing in the comments. I've let my mother go through your comments to try to find a nice one. Last video, she found 13 out of 200 comments. It's caused her to start her gambling addiction again.
Like, come on, that's gotta be an act, right? She only found a couple good comments, so she started her gambling addiction again. Like, that's just comedy. Like, they're just being funny. And there's also much discussion in the TikTok comments about whether their entire persona on the internet is actually real or if it's an act. And it's kind of fun to just watch people argue in the comments about if they think it's actually real or if it's not. There's been multiple people that have claimed that they have went to school with this kid and that it is not an act, but of course, none of that is verifiable. Or then there's TikToks like this where he says, me looking at the blood in my stool. Like, come on, you didn't unironically post that. Like, that's obviously satire. It has to be satire. I can't believe it's not satire. But then there are some things that make me think that this might be real. For example, there's this one TikTok where he is showing his foot, and a lot of people in the comments were saying that he has trench foot in this TikTok and that he should get it taken care of.
I have been pheromone maxing my feet smell for a little while.
And it's like, whenever I look at this, like, it looks legit. Like, they did either some like really good makeup on this foot, or he actually has like his foot fucked up. But then if you do look at his heel back here, it is white. So maybe they just like painted it red. I don't care, I paint the tongue red. Maybe? I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm not a genius. I can't figure this out. I did look online to see if there was any like foot costumes or anything like that that they could have used, and I couldn't find anything that looked remotely this realistic. So it could be real, it could be fake. I don't know. And that's what's so confusing about this TikTok. I don't know what's real and I don't know what's not. And also, like, why would the mom be recording this? Why would she be recording him saying all this and then posting it to the internet? This isn't something you want people to know. So unless she is exploiting her child, I have to think that this has to be fake.
I wore this sock for about a month, nearly a month, and yeah, it is pretty good. It is very strong. Yeah, I'm still waiting for this foot to hatch. I think it's gonna do pretty well.
Bro just smelled his sock, and he just said that he wants his other foot to hatch, to have the same fucking red discoloration, the same rotting corpse of this foot on the other one. I pray to God that this is not real. But then, as soon as I was convinced that this can't be real, it has to be fake, then I saw this TikTok.
Does anyone know why my tongue keeps doing that? It keeps turning white and flaking. See that right there? It's completely numb, and it's like my tongue is falling apart.
I'm gonna throw up, bro. As soon as I start to think that this is all an act, then I see a TikTok like that, and I'm like, wait, what? So this isn't an act? Because how do you fake that? You can't fake that, okay? Unless these guys are like mad geniuses. Like, no, he's just not brushing his fucking teeth. He's not brushing his tongue. He has a film on his tongue that has been growing for a long ass time. What is that? And why are you posting it to the internet? And he didn't only make one TikTok on that, he made 2.
I think it's getting worse. I didn't brush my teeth yesterday, as one of you suggested. I don't think I would have anyways, but
Nah, dude, I'm gonna throw up, bro. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. You can't fake that shit. And it's still on my screen. Get this fucking shit off my screen. I'm baffled. I don't know what's going on. Because after I watched that, I'm like, no, this has to be real. Okay, everything that I've seen is real. Because you can't fake that. That's like truly disgusting. So I did a little more digging. And when I went back to their first video on their TikTok page, which has now actually been deleted, so I'm glad that I still have it up on my computer, I found this skit that the mom and the dad did. And it's just kind of like a goofy, dumb little skit. It's just goofy, you know? They're just cutting each other's hair, you know? Just being goofy, silly. But then if you go to their more recent TikToks, the dad does show up again, and he is acting a little bit different. Bro is zooted out of his goddamn mind. This motherfucker is on cloud 9. There is also this TikTok where she brings him a snack. The snack consisting of a pickle and a cup of milk.
I wanted to bring you a little snack. I got you your favorite snack here. I know, the smell is horrible. I'm so sorry.
He had to put in nose plugs because the smell of his kid is just too much. And like, what the fuck is going on with his shirt? Why is his shirt like that? Now you might be wondering if this is the same person from the first TikTok. He does look a little bit different as he does have longer hair. But if you look at the tattoos, they are the same. Yes, this is the same person. He is just now putting on an act for the camera. And it's brilliant, okay? There is so much lore to this page. And it's just so fun to watch. Because at first I thought maybe she was actually exploiting her kid for views. I thought maybe he was actually pheromone maxing, but the more I watch, the more I'm like, no, this is definitely an act. And the more I just like appreciate it even more, just for sticking to the bit for so long. And still, in the back of my mind, there is still parts of me where I'm like, maybe this isn't an act. And I feel like I might always think that, because when I look at the TikTok of his fucking tongue, that's real. And they've blurred the lines of reality that at this point I can't even tell. And honestly, they're fucking geniuses, bro. And like, half of the stuff doesn't even make any sense. Like, he has this TikTok where it says biting at women time. What does that mean?
Is it harassment if you towards women? No. I'll do it to this girl right here. See? Didn't bother. Good night, peace.
Like, who was that character? Where'd she come from? And like, what does that even mean, biting towards women? That's not even a thing people do. I don't think so. I hope not. That's fucking weird. So, I mean, I don't think it's harassment. I just think it's dumb. Like, the TikToks just don't even make any sense. Or then we have TikToks like this. What does that even mean? Crimping lobes? And it's just her staring into her mirror with her phone camera? I don't know what's going on, but I choose to believe that they are on some sort of next level thinking. He also made this sign to wear to a festival, which is pretty interesting.
I am looking for young ladies, for applicants on my love quest.
On the bottom, it says Discord kitten application in hand. On the back, it says 18 and single, looking for love. And then there's like this robot with abs. Omega male, doesn't bite, not autistic, seeking a cute 18 below 30 lady, must not be related. Like, dude, this shit's so fucking good. I love their page, okay? As much as some of it disgusts me, and the fact that I still don't know how much of it's real and how much of it is fake, that's the brilliance of it. Some of it may be true and some of it may be fake. And will we ever know which is which? No, probably not. And that's the beautiful thing about this TikTok page. That's the beautiful thing about Fluff Dumpsters. Is he disgusting? Yes. Is he a genius? Also, yes. But that's the Pheromone Maxer and his family. If there is any part of you that is not showering for like 20 days on end, I would say, hey, maybe don't do that. But also, live your life, king. But that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I can't keep doing this outro, guys. I'm like...